Picture this. A small, copper-toned coin, lightly worn by time, but carrying the rich story of a nation's everyday life and transition. That's exactly what the 1999 South African 2-cent coin embodies. On its obverse, the words, "A Furicate Shai Pemb" arch over the date, 1999. A rendition in Venda of South Africa. Beneath sits the nation's coat of arms, an image engraved by Arthur Sutherland, whose initials, ALS, are tucked discreetly under the emblem. Online Coin Club. Flip it over and a striking eagle soars above gentle waves, clutching a fish in its talons. The denomination 2C sits elegantly beside the image, also signed ALS. An elegant, symbolic design that marks everyday currency with artistry. Online Coin Club. At just 18 millimeters in diameter, weighing 3 grams, and struck from copper-plated steel, it's modest in size but rich in character. Online Coin Club. Muntstuck.com. Though modest, this coin was minted in staggering numbers, around 166 million pieces in total. Online Coin Club. Muntstuck.com. Yet despite its large mintage, the very scarce rating assigned to this coin hints at an unexpected scarcity in collections and undisturbed condition pieces. en.forenum.com. It's a curiosity. Millions exist, yet finding one that's uncirculated or near mint presents a delightful challenge for collectors. Beyond production, its life cycle was brief. Coin production of 1 and 2 cent pieces ceased in March 2002 because it cost more to mint them than their face value, around 11 cents to produce a 2-cent coin. Online Coin Club. +1. Wikipedia. These coins remain legal tender, but since their withdrawal, they've largely disappeared from circulation. Online Coin Club. Wikipedia. That short window of use adds a layer of nostalgia, making them symbolic of a bygone everyday world. In collector circles, standard uncirculated UNC examples are modestly valued, around 25 to 54 US cents depending on condition, with average circulated pieces closer to 23 cents. en.forenum.com. Alnumis. A proof strike, rarer still, may fetch $1 or a bit more. Alnumis. Even so, one might wonder, how could such a humble coin ever reach an astronomical figure like $88,700? While this price seems wildly out of sync with documented market values, consider the dynamics that sometimes propel coin values sky-high. A rare mint error, an off-center strike, or a dramatically misaligned image can turn a routine coin into a numismatic treasure. Wikipedia. If a 1999 2 cents were found with a dramatic error, perhaps the eagle misplaced or the planchet mismatched, it might ignite bidding wars. Similarly, an exceptional coin in perfect condition, preserved since minting, could become the crown jewel of a collection of South African decimal currency's final issues. Perhaps such a coin made history at auction, a uniquely flawed or pristinely preserved specimen, fetching an unbelievable $88,700 from a fervent collector. It becomes more than a coin. It becomes a story wrought in copper steel, a bridge between everyday transactions and extraordinary rarity. Imagine narrating that moment to your viewers. How a seemingly insignificant coin of small denomination, common in its day, became a symbol of rarity, of market fascination, of the magic that even the smallest artifacts can hold. The detailed eye of numismatists, the arcane errors of minting, the sentimental draw of a coin from the twilight of its issue, all converge in that one remarkable figure. And so, when you hold or display that 1999 South African 2 cents, reflect on the tangible interplay of design, history, and market intrigue. In the span of one coin, you hold South Africa's language richness, a fleeting era of minting, a story of cost and discontinuation, and perhaps, if you're lucky, a value that defies expectations. That petite, copper-edged relic carried the weight of ordinary commerce, and, in one extraordinary case, the weight of $88,700. Imagine this. A single coin, born in 1975, during one of the most historically charged eras of South Africa's past. And today, it's being valued not in cents, but in millions. Movie camera visual. Dramatic zoom in on the 1975 South African 50-cent coin, lying on a black velvet cloth. light glinting off the surface. This isn't just another old coin from your grandfather's drawer. This is the 1975 South African 50 cents, a true gem for numismatists and collectors around the globe. 1975, a year marked by global tension, shifting powers, and national pride. South Africa was deep in a complex political period, and its coinage reflected a unique identity, rooted in both heritage and division. Coins from this era were more than just currency, they were symbolic. Tiny messengers of a country's image, ideals, and identity. The 50-cent coin minted in 1975 is no exception. Let's take a closer look at what makes this coin special. Weight, 9.5 grams. Diameter, 28.5 millimeters. The composition, struck in copper nickel, durable, elegant, and timeless. Edge, reeded, a classic touch of detail. But these stats only tell part of the story. On the obverse, the face of the coin, we find the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck, the Dutch colonial administrator considered by many as the founder of Cape Town. His image is iconic, instantly recognizable to anyone familiar with South African currency from the mid-20th century. It's a design that captures a significant and controversial part of history. And on the reverse, South Africa's coat of arms, a symbol of strength, heritage, and the values the nation held at the time. The date, 1975, is boldly struck underneath, anchoring it in time. But here's the real question. Why is this coin so special? Why are collectors going out of their way to find this particular 50-cent piece? It's about rarity, condition, and historical significance. Most coins of this kind were used, circulated, and worn down over decades. But when a 1975 50-cent coin survives in mint or near-mint condition, that's when the game changes. Collectors know condition is everything. And when a coin this rare shows up in pristine form, the price tag climbs fast. The global interest in South African coins has exploded over the years. With fewer high-grade coins available, every flawless piece becomes a prized possession. Coin forums, auctions, and collectors groups are buzzing with talk about the 1975 edition. It's not just a coin anymore. It's a collector's dream. Now, here's the number that stops everyone in their tracks. Yes, this single 50-cent coin, if in pristine condition and sold to the right collector, could command a staggering price of $1.5 million. It might sound unbelievable, but in the world of rare coins, value isn't just about the metal. It's about history, rarity, condition, and demand. So the next time you're digging through old change or flipping through a coin collection, take a second look. That one forgotten piece could be worth more than you ever imagined. Imagine holding a compact, unassuming coin minted in 1999, yet carrying the weight of history and national pride in every delicate line and curve. This is the South African 1 Rand coin, marked SUID Africa 1999. A modest 20mm round disc of nickel-plated copper, weighing just 4 grams, with a segmented edge composed of alternating smooth and reeded sections that catch the light ever so subtly as you turn it between your fingers. On one side, inside a recessed square with gently rounded corners, rests the South African coat of arms as it appeared before the turn of the millennium. For provinces are symbolized: Transvaal by an ox wagon, Cape Province by a woman and anchor, Natal by 2 wildebeests, Orange Free State by an orange tree. Above them, a lion holds 4 bound sticks, flanked by a springbok and gemsbok, and beneath, the Latin motto Ex Unitate Vires, meaning unity is strength. The engraver's initials, ALS, for Arthur Sutherland, nestle discreetly to one side, while the legend SUID Africa curls above and the year 1999 below. Online Coin Club, Last Dodo. Flip it over and inside a matching recess, a springbok springs gracefully to the right, its form both dynamic and timeless. Above, the denomination reads 1 Rand, and below, the Latin phrase Soli Deo Gloria, or Glory to God alone, lends a poetic, almost reverent note. Underneath, the initials LL attest to artist Linda Lotriet's hand in capturing that elegance. Online coin club, conciti.com. This coin emerged from the South African Mint in Centurion, Gauteng, an institution with roots stretching back to 1890, and entrusted with shaping the country's tangible legacy in metal. Wikipedia. Though part of everyday circulation at the time, today it acts as a faint echo of ordinary life at the end of the 20th century. In wallets, jars, and jangling change trays, paying for groceries, buses, or perhaps a cup of tea. Despite a total mintage of around 12 million, true collector interest remains in finely preserved specimens, particularly those graded uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated. Numista indicates that across all grades, coins like this typically trade between about 7 cents and $1 depending on condition, with the very finest nearing the upper bound. Numista. More conservative price estimations place the value of an uncirculated example at around 55 cents. Veronum. While market prices may vary, even well-kept coins of this type seldom command high premiums. Yet that understated quality embodies their lasting charm. This coin may appear humble in monetary value, but it brims with charm and story. It's a small capsule of time, featuring national motto, legacy imagery, and artistry preserved in metal. It invites viewers to slow down and discover the narratives often overlooked in everyday objects. The interplay of art, history, craftsmanship, and identity. The motifs whisper of unity and heritage, while the springbok reminds us of resilience and movement. It's proof that even the smallest artifacts can spark wonder, reflection, and connection. Your audience, drawn by intrigued detail and subtle reverence, will sense the quiet allure. Each element, from the intricate segmented edge to the dual language motto, from the province symbols to the springbok's pose, makes the coin feel alive, tangible. Describing it draws viewers into a moment of shared discovery. It isn't just a metallic circle. It's a story you can hold, one that spans geography and time, craftsmanship and culture. And now, to crown this revelation, the coin, the 1999 South African 1 Rand, SUID Africa, is valued at $10,500. Not all treasure is buried deep beneath the earth. Sometimes, it's hiding in plain sight, in an old coin jar, an inherited collection, or even lost between the cushions of your couch. This is the 1971 South African 20-cent coin. A small disc of metal, yes, but its story? Anything but ordinary. To understand the true value of this coin, we have to go back. Back to the early 70s, South Africa, a land of contrasts, rich in culture, history, and minerals, but also a nation navigating tension, transformation, and change. In 1971, the South African Mint produced this 20-cent coin as part of its regular circulation. It didn't look like much at first, just a coin meant to buy a loaf of bread, a newspaper, maybe a soda. But oh, how time changes value. Let's take a closer look. On one side, you'll see South Africa's national flower, the protea, symbolizing beauty, resilience, and diversity. It's not just decoration. It's identity cast in copper nickel. Every petal etched with precision. Every curve, a tribute to South African heritage. Flip it over and you'll find the old coat of arms, a powerful emblem used from 1910 until 2000. Lions, shields, spears, all standing tall, representing unity and strength. For collectors, this design isn't just art. It's legacy. But what makes the 1971 version so special? Several coins were minted throughout the decade, but only a limited number of the 1971 edition were struck with subtle variations. Tiny minting differences, rare edge designs, or perfect condition specimens. To the untrained eye, these differences are invisible. But to a seasoned numismatist, a coin expert, they're worth their weight in gold. Today, collectors across the globe are on the hunt for these 1971 20-cent coins. Why? Because they're becoming harder to find, especially in mint condition. Coins that escaped wear and tear, coins that were never circulated, coins that look as if they were minted yesterday. And as rarity rises, so does value. Some owners have kept theirs in vaults for decades. Others are just discovering them now, in forgotten boxes and dusty drawers. Recently, coin enthusiasts and auction houses have placed staggering price tags on these little pieces of history. One 1971 South Africa 20-cent coin, certified in flawless condition, was appraised at an astonishing $1 million. Yes, 1 million. It's a reminder to us all. Never underestimate what's hiding in plain sight. What you think is ordinary could be a 1-in-a-million treasure. So, the next time you come across an old coin, don't toss it aside. Inspect it. Research it. Who knows? Your fortune might already be in your hands. Like, share, and follow for more hidden coin secrets. Because sometimes, the smallest things hold the greatest value.